Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Genshin Impact. So, if you remember from the last video, we discovered some where the village keepers might be. After hearing from some mercenaries, or more like mercenaries, but yes, they are mercenaries. Who knows and who cares? They are already being judged and probably in jail. Who knows? But after questioning them and trying to figure out a little something, well, not something, and figure out by Alhaitham himself because he was MIA, missing in action, during this for a very long time since we arrived here at the village. Okay, what is it called? Ariel's village, something like that. Oh, our village. Yeah, yeah. Since we arrived in our village, we haven't heard anything about him. We most likely like joined Sino instead of him. Well, Sino seemed like the more devoted person on trying to find this the math scholars or uh, village keepers in this matter. So, but like I said, Al-Haytham was MIA, missing in action. But thanks to that, he was able to find some things, and also questioning a person that we didn't thought could lie to us, but they did. It was a she. But her reasons were like, well, not like us, but were reasonable enough because yeah, we discovered that she was from that she has blood from other like that has blood from half of the desert and maybe from Sumer itself. So that's enough of a reason. And since the mercenaries think that the people that betray or are traitors are unforgivable, they will take action. So she couldn't tell us at the time, and especially Sino since he had that aura of like authority and everything. But now she told us, and we are here in this like abandoned hospital for Elusar. We managed to wait until the night and find these things. We were able to hear some screams and everything coming from the basement here, there. But it seems like there is like, okay, so I need an action key. So we are here to try and solve this puzzle in order to get to them. So it seems that there are three major factors here, three things that react to Dendro. So I will change my characters to a Dendro character because I don't have the Dendro Traveler with me right now. But I guess I could use Nahida for this matter.
Time to broaden our horizons again.
Yes. So, oh god. And there's the like the medium size, then the small size, which is Nahida, and then two big size characters, which is Yula and Lisa. Oh god. Well, whatever. Let's go, okay?
Yeah!
Um. Okay. That's one done. That should be two of them, and the third one. Oh, I see the third one. So it seems like we will have to fight some creatures or maybe opponents here. Okay, yeah, we have to talk. Ah!
More speed.
Oh, what's happening? I'm sorry if I am a little quieter. A
Crush.
little quiet, but I need to concentrate in my battles here. Oh, again. Enemy reinforcements are inbound.
Beg for mercy.
Wait.
Rack and ruin.
And that's it for that thing. Yeah, Yula can be pretty. Can destroy the world if he wanted to with that physical damage. Also lower level at the hospital. Of the hospital. Okay, so I will change my character and also heal myself because I will need it, or maybe I don't know. So there she is. There is Sam.
Leave it to me.
Yes. Okay, so let's heal myself. Hmm, which one? This. Mm, yeah, perfect. Okay. Emergency notice. Patient Abbas, male, 23 years old. A professional mechanic. Okay. So that's one. So these are people from. Okay, so these are the things that. Yes, those are notes for the and weekly shifts from the Elazar like things. Well, patients, I mean. Oh.
Look, there's someone over there.
Yeah, we need to be careful. We don't know if we don't know who it is or if it is a math scholar or village keeper. Who knows?
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
Well, that's a little unfortunate. Thank you, Academia, for being such. So how did he become like this? Maybe some of them or someone gave him the knowledge capsule and put him in this stage, in the state. I mean, who knows? Let's see why. Well, I don't think he knows either, but eh, any guesses? Any guesses is cool.
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
It's true, he's like lost his mind, not able to speak, like cowering fear and everything. Kind of. It's similar, not the same, but he does have like similar symptoms to what happened in Port Ormuz. Exactly, the Ermite guy who went mad. I mean, at least he's not hostile or anything, but the other guy was, and he was taken away.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
First, the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too.
Well, and here we thought that the political crisis and everything back then in Azuma was so complicated and everything, and yet Sumeru is having much, much, and far worse troubles than that. Oh my god. And especially since it comes with the people of wisdom, which is the worst kind of thing. Oh boy.
But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed: the scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty messed up. And it's all the academia's fault. I see.
An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
Yeah, of course you don't, Paimon, because it is pretty messed up and everything. How did you learn of this technology? Well, he is a student from the academia, and maybe he has learned some plots about them all along. Let's see what he has to say.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
As a matter of fact, yes, the academia needs people who have been exposed to the divine consciousness.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal?
To make a god. Ugh.
I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules.
I mean, if he wasn't against it, then why would he like help us? Why would he try to like find the missing the village keepers and everything? But come on, Paimon. But yeah, I mean, yeah, against their own rules too, and also very unhuman things.
Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
It's basically impossible, but your motives are more specific and personal. So, yeah.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Well, so that's good to have like knowledge and everything, but to know about him. So now with the important matter, what do we do with your senior, huh?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll
The
work out our
village?
next step after we return to Aru Village.
I mean, yeah, it's better to have someone, at least he works with morals in some sort of way. So if he thinks that someone is doing the wrong thing and people are suffering just because, it's not worth it. So yeah, I guess that's the best. I guess it's a good position there since, well, I don't know too much of side note too. But yeah, having those capabilities and everything does seem to, well, that kind of like thinking is a better like way of thinking to have an ally in this matter, since you know. Yes. So I guess the thing the key for this is not here. We'll have to find it another way. Okay, so now let's go back to the village and see what we can do from now on. Because we will have to find a way to get into the academia, expose like their project and everything, and then some maybe destroy their project. Well, that's what I guess since the new Archon quest has dropped. Whoa, that sounded horrible there. Let's get in and see what we have to say.
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
I think it's his like Akasha terminal, maybe? Can you share your thoughts?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I mean, yeah, because or Alhaitham just came with this theory and maybe fact, but who knew that they could enter his all of his data, everything that he will think, everything that he will uh, think, how he will move, how he will react, everything, and then they will make their big escape, that knowing that how the Akasha works, and take everyone with them. I mean, even if they had this kind of information about him, um, it doesn't make it too big of a deal. Maybe we will have to look longer for the scholars and or village keepers, but yeah, that makes him better ally than any. So yeah.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
It seems like what's one step behind him? What?
Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Wow. Who knew that Paimon would get murdered, huh?
I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Alright then.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you!
And where did
Paimon
the
feels like we're missing someone, though.
why? Okay, follow sign.
I'll be awaiting your good news.
Okay, so I hope that you still not, because what if we bring bad news? Okay, so now we have to follow sign and see where can we go. And also, why did Dia just left so abruptly? And also, sorry for the minute that I took, but I needed to check on some things first. And now we have to see if we can find these people. But yeah, Dia stayed very quiet during that long conversation that we have at Alhaitham, Sino, and Sino. Could be that no, I don't think Dia would do that to us, right? Well, I hope not. I mean, she's already a trusted ally, so. But yeah, the way that she was so quiet and just left in a hurry, really didn't help.
So, where do we go from here?
Sino, do you remember the route you took?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Oh, we are going through the desert. Oh god.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Oh really?
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
You're really complaining. Now isn't the time for complaining, Paimon. No, 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 no. Yeah, she's not supposed to complain. You're not running. You're floating, Paimon. How can you be like? Okay. Yeah, it's no time for complaint. Let's just get ourselves a little sand in our feet or shoes. I mean.
Okay, okay. So we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Hopefully, everyone goes independent. Oh no. Why you dig up another device nearby?
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Yeah, being buried in the sand and given the fact that it was left in a hurry or something, it must have been due to the sandstorm. Sorry, I can't English. I agree.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
But who knows how long has it's been, but
Ugh,
okay.
but running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Yeah, you see. Oh, even it is acknowledged
Voices,
that.
over there.
Oh,
It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you? Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these 2 men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia?
Okay, Sam, what are you doing? Are you really going to try to convince these people? And, well, thankfully at least Dia is not, well, it's not in either side, but it's not in their side at least. That's something.
These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the academia's way of doing things?
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast. Alhaitham, do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Rahman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Oh, brother, this has been a very precarious situation. Oh boy, yeah!
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
No. So wait. No, it can't be. Please don't do ever, don't do that ever again. I've been worried about you. I mean, it's more sensitive to. Please don't do ever, don't do that ever again. In the history of forever and ever.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
Truth be told, that's how it is, but it's still pretty funny. I think he was just staring, stating the truth. Well, I know. I think that's just how he is. Yeah. Well, in the matter of mercenaries, I think it's best to do that. But now we have to find a way to also make these mercenaries like go and destroy the academia now.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
It seems like we are not over with this. So maybe after we meet with the Ermites and make a deal, the our conquest may end. Well, the fourth act, I mean. 6 and 8. Okay. Oh, brother. Oh, this was really such a difficult and everything. So it's the next morning, right? This was a very complex matter, but at least I think we will be able to get the village keepers. And again, as I said, it's very grateful that Dia is in our side and not, well, yeah, in our side. It's in our side. She's in our side. Ah, I try. Okay. So it seems that at 5 it could be that. Oh, thank God, I didn't do that. Okay, so now we will change the village keepers for Alhaitham, and we will need to find a way to make this peacefully and everything.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Fine.
That I'll be very upset with you, son. That's pretty weird. And also, that's fine. But okay. Oh, so it's all the way up there, okay. Oh boy. Oh. Why there? I mean, I think this is a neutral realm, but it's all the way up there. Why? And yeah, the other was right about something. That even if we took out the Ermites that kidnapped the village keepers, it would have made no good. We may have taken out like a full what you might call them, like a wave or well, you know what what I mean. We could have taken them out, but it wouldn't have solved the problem here because many other like termites or mercenaries would have attacked us immediately afterward and would have ended in the very same results or far or worse. Higher. Oh. So there they are. With everyone there. What do they have to say?
Huh. They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Why did you have to admit it just now? You didn't have to admit it.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Rahman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
Boy-mate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here? You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Oh. It wasn't an earthquake, it was...
Paimon's dizzy.
But, oh my god. We lost Dia, we lost... Well, we don't know if we lost them, but... Wow! So that's the power that they possess, huh? Is everyone okay?
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
Well, his like her power and also her knowledge, maybe. But yeah, it's that. It's the blender power in their bodies within a vision. So that makes them incredibly like wow. No doubt about it. So now you finally believe me?
The Dendro Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no, he's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to King Deshret's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King Deshret!
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear. 2 major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
As a matter of fact, but still, it's pretty dangerous to be in this place.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's why he took the knowledge capsule.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. King Deshret will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Of course he is. Okay, so enter the mysterious ruins. So this is the part where... No, there's no teleport weapon here. But we need to enter the ruins of this ancient ruin. So, here we are. Isaac and his quote-unquote grandfather will stay put in here, and also Ramaz like, man. So I will end this video here because we ended in a pretty high note now. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you find this video of your liking, please leave a like and also comment down in this video below, because there was so much that unraveled here. And also, if you want to see more content of this and don't miss on anything that I will upload in the future, please consider to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!